CAT 2024 slot 2 QA. Question number 20. It says a vessel contained a certain amount of solution of acid and water. So acid and water. When 2 liters of water was added to it, the new solution had 50% acid concentration. So let's say if we say X liter is acid, then X has to be water after 2 liters of water was added to. That means in the beginning it was X minus 2. So we added 2 liters water. So now they are 50-50%. Now when 15 liters of acid was further added to this solution, so 15 liters was added to the new solution. Now the final solution has 80% acid. So 80% acid concentration. The remaining 20% has to be water. That means the ratio gonna be 4:1. Now acid, which we have X plus 15, divide by water, which is X. The ratio is 4:1. Now if I cross multiply, we get X plus 15, that is equal to 4X. That means 3X is equal to 15. That means X is equal to 5. Now the question is the ratio of water going to come first, and acid in the original solution, right? So the water in the original solution was X minus 2. So water became 3. And in the original solution, acid was X. That means that is 5. So that is my answer. 3:5. And that is here. Doable, quite easy. Let's go to the next one. Question number 21. P, Q, R, and S are 4 towns. One can travel between P and Q along 3 direct paths, between Q and S along 4 direct paths, and between P and R along 4 direct paths. Let's make it first of all, because in CAT it is very important to summarize every information. So first they said from P to Q, we have 3 direct paths. From Q to S, we have 4. And between P and R, we have 4 direct paths. So let's write the towns first of all. P, Q, R, and S. They said P to Q, there are 3 ways, 3 paths. From Q to S, there are 4 paths. And P and R, 4 direct paths. Then further they say there's no direct path in P and S. So from P to S, you can't go. There is no direct path from P to S. So we can't go on this route. This is not possible. And there are few direct paths between Q and R and between R and S. Let's say between Q and R, we have X, and R and S, we have Y, number of paths. Q to R and R to S. One can travel from P to S either via Q or via R or via Q followed by R in exactly 62 possible ways. Let's find it out then. Let's write this equation. One can go to P to Q and Q to S, then P to R, R to S, and P to Q, Q to R, and R to S. And the total number of ways that they are saying, this is total equal to 62. Let's next information. One can also travel from Q to R either directly or via P or via S in exactly 27 possible ways. So one can also go from Q to R, Q to R via P, and Q to R via S. So there are 27 ways for all this. Now the question they have asked, that is that the number of direct path between Q and R. That means we have to find out the value of X. This is what we have to find out. Now let's see. From P to Q we have three ways, and Q to S we have four. So as per the method of multiplication, permutation chapter. So 3 into 4, there are 12 ways on this route. Now P to R, there are 4, and R to S, we don't know, that is 4y, 4 into y. P to Q, there are 3, Q to R, there are x, and R to S, there are y. So that is 3xy. That means we can say 3xy plus 4y, that is equal to 62 minus 12, 50. This is the first equation we got. And here Q to R, that is x, Q to P, that is 3 again, and P to R, that is 4, that becomes 12. Now Q to S, that is 4, and S to R, that is y, that means this is 4y. So the same way we can say x plus 4y, that is equal to 27 minus 12, 15. This is the second equation. Now just we have to use the elimination or substitution, whatever you want to use, we can take care of that. If we subtract equation 2 from equation 1, let's write here x plus 4y, that is equal to 15. Let's write it here. Now if we subtract them, we get 3xy, x let's say common, 3y minus 1, that is equal to 35. Now 35, the table for 35, how we can get 35? We can just, the two factors of 35, if I say it can be 1 into 35, it can be 5 into 7, or 7 into 5, and 35 into 1. There are the only four possibilities. Now if I put x as 1, for example, because y has to be an integer again, if I put x as 1, the y, to making y is 35, we need this 3 into 12. So y has will be 12, 3 into 12, 36, minus 1, 35. Or if we take x as 7, then y becomes 3 into 4, or 3 into 3, 9, 3 into 2, 6, minus 1, 5. Now if we put the value of y as 12, let's say in equation number 2, or when we put it here, the 4 into 12, 48. There are 48 ways we get from Q to R, and the total we have 27. That means this value is rejected. This should be the answer to me. So they have asked about Q to R, which is X. So X, that means we have 7 number of paths on this route. So that is my answer. That's a possible answer we have. The last question of slot 2, question number 12, 22. This is three circle of equal radii touch but not cross each other externally. Two other circles x and y are drawn such that both touch but not cross each of three previous circles. If the radius of x is more than that of y, the ratio of radius x and y will be what? Now, how we can make this, if we just see it carefully, To make the figure, let's make a circle here. Let's make another circle here, which gonna just touch it. Let's make another one. So this is how we can make the three circles which are touching each other externally and not crossing each other. And the radius, let's say this is the center. Let's the radius for all gonna be x. Now two other circles, x and y are drawn such that both touch but not cross. So one has to be inside here and the second will be outside here. Let's make a circle here. Something like this we'll make. Now the question is, if the radius of x is more than that of y, that means the bigger circle is x, and the inner circle, that is small one we have, that is y. The ratio of radii. Now how we'll find out the radius? Let's see that now. We know that this is, they are the centers, and if we make this an equilateral triangle we get. Now the equilateral triangle, the side 2x, and if we talk about the inner circle and the outer circle, the center gonna be in between somewhere. So this is going to be the radius for that, kind of. So the radius gonna be for the x, if we talk about the radius, that will be 2x plus the radius of y, and the radius of y will be, now one property which we must be aware, that the equilateral triangle have the medians which pass through the center of the circle. So the median at the centroid, because for equilateral triangle, centroid, orthocenter, circumcenter, they are all same, and median divides itself at this point in ratio 2 is to 1. That means the altitude which we have, that is ratio of 2 is to 1. This is 2x and this is 1x. The property we are talking about here, let's say this is an equilateral triangle. Let's say this is the median. The three median we take. Now at this point, the every median divides itself in the ratio of 2x and 1x. 2 is to 1. So from here to here we have it 2x and this is 1x. So the same property we're going to use. On the basis of that, we can say the altitude of an equilateral triangle, the formula for that which we have, that is root 3 by 2 into side. Now if we just revise these formulas, the radius of x, the bigger circle, that will be x plus the 2 by 3 part of the altitude, that is root 3 by 2 into side, that is 2x. So 1 2 gets cancelled, so we get the radius as x common 2 root 3 by 3 plus 1 Or we can also say it is 2 root 3 plus 3 by 3. Now this is the radius of the bigger circle. For the smaller circle, we can subtract from the median, the 2 by third of the median, we can subtract the x, because from the complete one, if we subtract this, we get the radius of x. So this again gets cancelled. Now this time we get x common, 2 root 3 minus 3 by 3. So now there are two radiuses we got, and now the ratio of the radius, that's what we have to find out. So if we take radius of xr by yr, we get x outside here, 2 root 3 plus 3 divide by 3 divide by x 2 root 3 minus 3 divide by 3. X gets cancelled with each other, 3 also gets cancelled. Now we just rationalize it. 2 root 3 minus 3 divide by 2 root 3 minus 3. At the top we're gonna get 2 into 2 4 root 3 into 4 into root 3, that is 12, plus 6 root 3 minus 6 root 3 minus 9. Sorry, for the rationalization we have to make it plus. So going to be plus 9, and this also going to be plus, sorry. So 2 root 3, 2 into 2, 4 into 3, 12, plus 2 root 3 into 3, that is 6 root 3 plus 6 root 3 plus 9, or you can just use a plus b whole square formula, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Divide by a square minus b square, that is 2 root 3 square, that is 12 minus 9. So you get 21 plus 12 root 3 divide by 3. Now if you further cut it down, you get 7 plus 4 root 3 is to 1. So that is the answer here. 7 plus 4 root 3 is to 1. I believe this is quite clear to everybody and you guys understood it well. In case of any doubts, please write us in the comment. If you would like to, we'll explain that further separately to you. And do subscribe our channel and comment, like, and share with your friends so we can help maximum. Thank you so much.